bits, but not for him. your axe at the door. And once you can, roll a d20 for your player fact question. That is, if your character existed in modern day Earth, what profession would they have? Last time, you had just finished the labyrinthian puzzle with the minotaurs, and you wanted to figure out what that room was all about. And you did a bunch of searching of the smaller rooms, found a bunch of bones, and found an alcove that led to a corridor and a room with a fairly large grandfather clock. This clock was ticking in real time, and you couldn't quite discern what it was all about. And eventually, once upon examination, you found that there was an invisible door that had an invisible keyhole on it. And you went out and tried to search for the missing key that would open the clock. And so you searched all around. There was a minotaur that was just standing there, looked like it was blind, couldn't see or hear anything that was going on in front of it. Was released, but it was just stationary in the alcove that it was at. You desperately tried to search all around, and eventually you found the key was in the chest itself, hidden beneath the sand that was inside of that chest. And you managed to open it or open the grandfather clock and find that there was a pendulum that had a small egg on it. And once you tried to grab the pendulum, the rod of the pendulum cut you, and it turned out that it was a dagger that was holding up the pendulum itself, or the egg. And so now you have both an egg and a dagger that looks pretty nifty. It's pretty neat, if I should say so myself. And so with two newly acquired items, you decided to check out the snakes in the walls that had the red viscous liquid dripping from them. And you noticed that a foul odor of decaying came from the mouths of the snakes. And it had a little poem for you to figure out what was required to enter the doors that the snakes were adjacent. After some deliberation, Ponderance came up with heart, and Aja removed the heart from the dinosaur heart from her bag, and got it to rest inside of the mouth of the one of the snakes, and it seemed to activate, and then emptied more of the heart on the other side, and the doors slid open to reveal a large room with a pit in the center and a throne on the opposite side. The pit had a number of painters that were painting various scenes on the floors, the walls, the columns, just blending it everywhere. And after a few moments, the party recognized that the moments that the painters were displaying were moments that had happened in the temple. Moments of sorrow, of pain, or of despair. Just real downers. So Loki, not liking that their attitude, decided to take their brushes away. And as soon as he did, they stopped painting. But then he decided that he wanted to sit down, and where better to sit down than in the throne of the room. And upon doing so, began attacking his fellow party members. But with some quick thinking, not much damage was done, and decided not to sit in the throne again. And then the party investigated a bunch of the statues that were standing around the room. Behind one of them was a hidden passage to another sarcophagus room. This one was much different. It was much more lighthearted, with murals of open air, green fields, happy celebrations, and frolicking animals. And party decided we don't want any of that happiness, and so they tore off the sarcophagus top, touched the sun that was in the sky, started burning everything, and then stole the mace that the woman in the sarcophagus was holding. And she did not like that, and so she let out an air of black smoke, very similar to the smoke that you've seen around the lower levels of the temple, and did a lot of damage to the 3 people that were in there. They decided to give the mace back and head upstairs to get the hell out of the Temple of Nerul. But they found out that the way was shut, the entrance had closed, and they were stuck inside of the Temple of Death. So, upon defeat, they decided to go to a little room that they found that seemed like a safe spot to camp out for a long rest. And long rest they did get. So if you haven't yet, click that long rest button and refresh your health and spell.
I didn't know there was a button.
Slots. It is below your characteristics. There's a short.
Oh,
long rest
look at that. Okay.
And once again, oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go to the questions. Starting with Loki, could you roll a d20?
He's talking, but I don't. You guys, we don't. Milo, we don't hear you.
Is muted in Discord.
Yeah, you're muted, Milo.
Okay, I'm not muted. I'm trying to find.
You didn't roll the d20 yet.
Okay, so starting with Sheila, if your character existed in modern day Earth, what profession would she have?
Well, I got me I had a YouTube channel, and then when TikTok came around, I got on there and I just started playing my songs, and got kind of a little bit of a following. Now I just I was able to quit my day job as a bartender. Just now I just do that for a living, and I've got some major sponsorships, and I one of my specialities is people will send me a comment with a life problem they got, and I'll solve their life problem with a original song that I write just for them. Kind of the thing I do.
All right, and next is Ashe.
Ashe would probably be like either working in a library or at like a garden center. Not like in charge of stuff, but just like somewhere she could just like organize books or water plants and not really talk to people that much.
Loki.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, Loki would be a woodland firefighter during the season, and and then he plays defensive tackle for a semi-pro football team.
He's got to make it big.
He thinks.
And Aja.
Aja would most likely be a member of a Forest Service agency. I don't necessarily think it would be for the US. I could see it being for like the UK or maybe Canada. And just kind of being like the tour guide that gives the field trips. Like when kids in school go on a field trip to the forest, and they're given a guide to like, oh, look at this thing. This is what this does, and this was used for this by like the indigenous people, and this is like the wildlife here, and this is what this plant does. I think she'd be that. She'd be like a forest ranger. That or someone in marketing.
Wait, there's a stretch.
Would Aja be like Steve Irwin?
Oh, hell no.
No, that's too social.
Okay.
She would.
But she'd be telling people about stuff? Like going
Yeah.
on tours?
Yeah. And, you know, maybe a child gets lost or two, but they try and keep it down to like one a year.
Keep the missing children down to 1 a year.
Yeah. We've only lost one child this year. That's an improvement, guys. We're doing great.
0 weeks since lost last child.
Yeah, and she probably starts each tour guide with that, like, stay close if you want to live. I will not come find you if you break from the group and you and yourselves. It will be up to you to survive. Let us go. That would be how she starts. Like, that's her speech before they go into the forest.
Brutal.
All right. Well, this is our group for today. Let's get right into where you're at. So you have had your long rest, and a couple people decided to fiddle around and kind of figure out what items did. And so during this time, I would say that not everyone would like sleep the whole 8 hours. With D&D, you only need roughly 6 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of either doing watch or doing low energy activities. And so during the time that Loki and Ashe are doing whatever low energy activities, the two of them would notice a couple different things. From the northern corridor, the northern path, you hear a little bit of splashing coming from that area, like someone moving through water. And then to the south, you left the wind tunnel on. You left the fan on all night. But when you wake up and are finished with your rest, the fan is no longer on. So you might be able to determine that some activity had been taking place while you were taking your long rest. You all have your descents into madness that I sent you last time, at the end of the last session. And wake up, stretch, you're rested, you're a little bit weaker. That D6 that you rolled lowered that stat just slightly. And you are able to move about to the temple.
Did we have a plan? I don't really know how we got to where we are right now. Or decided to take a rest. I think
You had-
I left early, maybe?
Yeah, you left early. See, the party was very low on resources and was feeling pretty bad off, and so they decided to exit. Though once they found out that they couldn't do that, they decided to take a long rest in the safety of this room.
We were going to exit and take a long rest, but we were not able to. Had to. So we were all down to very low abilities to heal ourselves or do it.
Yeah, we learned because we tried to like leave the dungeon through the way we came, and the way was closed and we could not open it. So we're essentially trapped in this dungeon until we find a way out or solve whatever's going
Yeah.
on.
Well, there was some sort of mystery I thought we were close to solving before we went to take the mace from that lady's hand. There was just something so different about that one tomb. We've seen all these crypts and tombs, and then we find one, it does not have the aura of evil around it like all the others did. But she might have killed us. Yeah.
Does anyone like understand what this dungeon is about? Like, I feel like
Not a clue.
we've seen a lot of tombs.
Yeah.
Are they like
Yeah.
the tombs of those gods, or can we confirm notes like from those
Let's
statues
compare
outside?
notes with the statues and see if we have any, if we can figure that out. We've got some writings. Weren't there some inscriptions? And got a list of them gods with the statues we saw, and then we've got some tombs. So maybe we can sit and see if we can figure out if they're linked. Right?
I doubt there's any kind of link that's going to provide you any useful information. I think that we just keep going and
Just blindly
solving just what we've been
playing
doing.
around. Okay, well, that's what I was trying to do. Was trying to do some solving. Kind of maybe. I don't know.
Did you want to do a quick comparison of notes, or do you want to have a roll
Yeah,
to kind of get
comparison
an
of notes.
insight?
Maybe-
I would have to have a roll.
Yeah.
You can roll religion or history to try and
Alright.
figure out if there's a connection.
Cthulhu's daylight spell has ended, right? It doesn't
Yes.
last through a long rest.
Yeah.
Perfect. And nobody has a torch up?
I believe that Ponderance would have a torch up.
Well, I'm gonna roll.
Because
History.
he can't see without.
You rolled
his
history. I'll roll
visage.
religion. There we go.
All right, so
I don't know why it went twice, but I only clicked it once.
So thinking about the tombs, the sarcophagi that you have encountered so far, You had the first one, which was surrounded by a bunch of undead wearing masks.
Hmm?
And here's the list of the gods. So the ones wearing the masks are, and they also, when they died, they also let out a painful ringing. You would imagine that would be the, possibly the resting place of Chemosh, a god of undead. The next place you were in was surrounded by dark alcoves and hidden creatures waiting to attack whomever tried to take a treasure. That one would be the god Tharsdun. And this wasn't the third one to encounter, but the third one on the first floor had to do a lot to do with the magic locks and the treasure chests. This was Azuth, god of wizards.
Oh.
So they are all of these.
They're dead gods.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I figured once we found like the boar room.
Hmm.
With Sheila's
because that was Gorlick.
with Sheila's crit,
Mm-hmm.
she's kind of discovering these things, remembering that the connection between the tombs that you've visited and the gods on the outside.
Yeah.
The god with the tomb with the offerings, with the tentacle-like creature,
Mm-hmm.
was the god Gorlick, and the whole party discovered that one. You did not discover any tombs on the second floor. And the third floor is this, the one with the sphinxes and the weird hieroglyphics on the floor. It was a bit of a head scratcher. It was Ralishaz, god of ill luck and insanity.
Oh.
And finally, I believe the last one that you were able to encounter so far was the labyrinthian area with all the Minotaur and the clock, and the countdowns and all that stuff was Nerul, god of death.
Wait. Ah, man, what was the name on the big statue out there on the obelisk outside?
Yeah, what was the
thought it
name of
was
that? Do I remember?
I don't have it in my notes.
Nerul's is the scythe. Yeah, Acolyte of Nerul.
So that's who we believe has the scythe, right? Is Nerul.
Right. And which room was
Well,
his?
it's like one of his symbols, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we double check where that room where his crypt was?
Well, that's where we found the bracelets, right? That was like the one that had all of the minotaurs.
Oh, right.
And so there was.
Did we search every single alcove or just some of them?
I
You
think we
looked at
searched
all of them.
Okay.
And we found the the cool shadow dagger, a fancy egg, and bracelets, and 3 pieces of chalk in that area. I mean, between the coffin that changed colors and the clock.
What about
That's
the
the stuff we
sickle
found.
that Loki had?
The sickle came from the puzzle room with like the Egyptian hieroglyphics
that's
kind
the
of.
Egyptian one.
Yeah.
The needle crossbow and the wand of finger. I have a wand with a finger on it. Where'd that come
Yes. The wand of finger came from Azoth's on the first
Okay.
floor.
Okay.
Um,
And the dusk cleaver.
Dusk cleaver, I believe that came from the mimic on the first
Okay.
floor. The needle crossbow came from
What do you think?
Gorlick.
Should we re-look at that room, see if there's any other? Did we evidently searched it really well. I don't know.
Well, I see that that we have found 5 of the 9 tombs. Is that correct, or did I miss one? Or was there a 6th? Do we have 4 or 3 tombs to find still? We hit Azuth, Tharizdun, Ralashaz, Gorlick, Nerul. Did I miss one?
I think you have 3 more that you haven't seen yet. So you found Azuth, Chemosh,
Yeah.
Tharizdun,
Chemosh. I didn't have
Malishaz.
Chemosh tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're looking for the true neutral astral visage of transmutation magic. Her symbol is of a 9-pointed star. We're looking for Hagenti, greater demon of military wisdom, as a big bull with the wings of a griffin.
Okay.
And Nuitari, lawful evil god of evil magic, symbol is a black circle or sphere. I think those are the 3 that we have not found.
Are there rooms that we haven't been to that we know of?
We haven't been into the locked room with the zombies.
Locked room with zombies.
It was on the 2nd floor. Aja tried, lock picking, but there was no lock to pick. And then she tried using a knife to try and jimmy the door open, and Cthulhu stopped her. And her knife fell and disappeared. But there was 3 zombies in the room.
Hmm.
So on the first floor, Alex, can you tell me what the first floor tombs we saw was? We saw Azoth, Zuth.
Chemosh was the one with all the undead with the masks. And then Tharizdun was the one with the alcoves with the hands that came out of it.
Hers, dude. What was the E in the puzzle? To enter this tomb again? What did that stand for? How we had to do the letters on the tiles to open the door to enter the tomb? We had ACERERAK.
So it was the same number of letters in each of the gods' names. So the 3rd letter would have been E in Chemosh, and the 5th fifth letter in Hagendi would have been that E.
Do our histories get us any other information?
What other information are you looking for?
I don't know. Like, do we think we've found all of the tombs?
No, we don't.
Oh,
We know we're missing 3.
Which 3?
We are missing. Milo, you had it.
we are missing Zacero, true neutral. We're missing Hagenti, greater demon of military wisdom. And we're missing Nutari, lawful evil god of evil magic.
Is one of the gods we already saw, are they a good god, or are there any good aligned gods? That would explain the one tomb we found that wasn't, dark and evil.
Everything's
It
It
either
looks
evil.
like there's a couple neutral ones, but
Okay,
the
that
rest
might be
are
the thing.
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's neutral evil.
Okay. Well,
No, they're neutral evil, lawful evil, or chaotic neutral. So
okay.
chaotic neutral is the closest to good you'll get.
Relatable.
There's a true neutral
There's a when there's a true neutral. Oh yeah, there's a true neutral,
and a lawful neutral.
but there's no good.
Well, I was trying to see
No
if
good.
they were maybe in order, like how we'd had the 1 through 8 spots to enter this dungeon, and to see if,
Mhm.
like, okay, all of the gods that were in the first that we found on the 3rd floor were like 1, 2, 3 in those spots.
I see.
But it's not really adding up like that, because then that would kind of help us determine if those gods were on what floors and where we needed to look.
Well, so the ones we're missing are 2, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
And we know that one of them is on the 2nd floor. So maybe we go and try to break in there first. I don't remember where there were other rooms that we didn't go in.
I don't think there
There's-
are any other rooms we didn't go in.
Well, there was a
We
locked
probably
one.
have to
Yeah.
Other than that one.
For
Yeah.
Other than that,
more
we have
hidden
been in every
doors.
inch on the
Okay.
first couple of floors.
Well, there's also that
There was-
weird reverse elevator thing at the very bottom that we didn't
yes,
finish
that we
interacting
keep
with.
leaving and going back to the first and second floors.
Okay. Yeah, let's
So,
try that
When
place.
we're done with the first and second floors, we can go back down there.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like we're done on the 1st floor. I think
Yep.
we've
I know we
I
are.
feel like 99% sure we've cleared it. Like, it's
Yeah,
99%
it's
clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
So I think 2nd floor, trying to
Second
get
floor.
into that that
That's
Locked
the
room.
only.
The one place. Yep.
That's the only place on the second floor we have not been to.
Well, let's check. it.
have we gone through this way?
That was the
Okay.
wind tunnel room when Aja was learning the secrets of the Gorlick puzzle. the rest of the party was exploring down here.
I guess Aja will ask. It's like, did you guys thoroughly explore this area? And I'll point to this tomb, this side of the tunnel here. Like, was there anything?
I thought we did.
I don't have any vision between here and the main staircase room.
I'm gonna come through this little tunnel,
Oh,
see what's going on.
we were here, and we jumped over those platforms to get to the other side. Are you going south or north of that?
Just here in this room.
Oh.
I wasn't here for
Well,
this
we were
area.
here before. There's water, and there's these platforms you jump to, and there was a thing on the other side, and I just teleported. No, I flew. Or flew,
Right.
you guys. Yeah.
See what this is right here, Alex? Does Aja see that?
Yes. So you see a very small hole at the far end of this room, leading north.
Did
Probably-
you guys go on?
Probably just large enough for someone to push through.
Did you guys see that and examine that hole over there?
On the other side of the room?
That's right there. And I'll point across the room. And there's like,
across the no, we did.
what was
and-
there?
It's a that goes straight or that goes
No, it goes to the right.
yeah. Actually up here there's there's a hole that leads to that. Like it's a back way. Just one of the other hallways has a tunnel that leads to that. So if you can't get across these things, there's another way to get in. That's what we.
And where do those stairs lead to?
I don't remember if we went up those stairs. I do not recall. Did we, Alex, go up those stairs?
You have not explored that area.
Okay. So that's a place we haven't gone. Maybe we should go over there.
Yeah, where's the what are
Okay. Why don't I just cast fly on you guys? Either that or we can go through the other way.
Are these
Maybe
pretty
jump.
jumpable?
You would have to
Well-
make athletics checks.
Oof,
Yeah, I can just cast fly on everybody.
that works. I don't know if we want to send everyone.
Well,
but
otherwise, the rest of us won't be able to go check stuff out with you. Something happens, what are we going to do, right?
we could go around if you say that tunnel leads. There's
Yeah,
another
you might
tunnel.
be able, and it looks like there's still you still have to jump a little bit, but yeah, it'd probably be a lot easier than going this way. We could try that.
Is this
Sure.
like a ledge? Or
No.
Oh.
It's just
Okay.
to indicate the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, we just got to go around. At least that's what we discovered.
was it there like any traps or anything? Was it locked?
I think seemed to be there was a door of some kind. Anyway, it's up. Here we go. Oh, man. Loki was there too. North.
Because I don't want us to
Weird.
be wasting any more spell slots than we need to.
I
I
got.
really don't want to be having to do another long
Yeah,
rest.
I'm here now. This way.
Ponderance! Aja's being very mindful of keeping away from Ponderance.
Okay. This way. There. Oh, that might work. I can't remember. What is this a blockage? What was that?
So, in front of you, as you crawl through this small space,
Mm-hmm.
there is the face of a snarling devil character, which is etched into a sheet of iron that crosses your path. Its eyes have been cut out, and you are able to see past the sheet of iron. And the tunnel will continue onward.
Okay, so we didn't go past it before. We just saw what it was and said, okay, we don't need to. All right, that's what happened. So I think we may have eyeballs for this thing. That's what I think. We saw this and we didn't get past it, but we knew what it probably went to.
What eyeballs?
Well, we got eyeballs with us. Some little gems that look like they were eyeballs, about the size of an eyeball. I've got some on me. I've got a white one and a. We got a purple, a dark blue, white, a red, and an orange. I got orange, red, and white. You want me to put the? And they're just called eyeballs. So yeah.
Can we? Is there like a switch or anything?
You can roll investigation.
Sure.
Both you and Sheila.
I will roll investigation.
21.
Oh, those are very good. So you notice, you look around this very tight corridor as you're crawling through, and it's you don't see any kind of switch or anything like that, any kind of lever, any indication that it might open the sheet of iron in front of you. Sheila, as you're examining the sheet itself, you kind of press on it and push it slightly. You notice that you can push it and it slides upwards.
Oh my gosh, it slides upwards. Then what happens?
Well, if you want to roll athletics, you can try and move it all the way up.
Okay.
So you can get by.
All right, I'll try it. If I can't do it, I'll call Loki.
Well, can one of us? Is there enough
What if I
space
get help?
for
Why don't
one of us to hold it?
Yeah,
No, there's not enough space for the two of you to be in the same
okay.
space.
You can't.
It's a very tight squeeze.
All right, I'll try it.
I'll come out to the rest
I'll
of the
get
group.
away so somebody else can try it. I wasn't able to budget, but if you push that thing up, it'll move up.
I'll say it.
I mean,
Is
get
anyone
past it.
able to like use mage hand or has extra magical arms to hold up a thing?
Oh yeah, we do have somebody with magical arm. Hey, get that guy over here with the magical arms.
Like
Ponderance
Ashe-
says,
Hysteria also has mage hand,
Okay. Yeah, Ashe, Hasera, do you
but it
guys
can
want
only
to?
lift a certain amount of weight, I believe.
Yeah. Why don't you let me go up there and try to lift it and see if
Okay.
I can lift it at all?
Yeah.
Because you
I will.
tried to lift and failed.
Yeah,
So now
I did.
let's try someone with a strength of 20.
Yeah.
Maybe
let's
if you
do
can
that.
determine the weight of how heavy
we,
it is.
we have to
Right.
change places. I can't.
Yeah, I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving out of the way.
Okay.
Ashe, do you know like
Alright.
what the weight limit is for the mage hand?
It's 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
You want me to do
athletics.
athletics?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, Loki! What happened?
I rolled a 1.
He's claustrophobic.
You
You have inspiration?
Oh, he does
Yes,
have
I do.
inspiration.
Yes, I do. I'll use my inspiration.
you go to
There.
lift it up and you put your fingers underneath and you lift it as best you can, and you notice that the bottom edge is pretty sharp, and you kind of make a move to move it away, and it almost slides down and chops a finger off, but you manage to catch it just in time and slide it up. And once you push it all the way to the top of the corridor, it clicks in place.
Oh,
Oh.
yay.
Well, that's nice.
He managed.
When you pull away your hands to move on, you do feel that something is holding this in place, and it won't take very long before it closes.
Okay. Rush.
Hey, it's open, but hurry. And I mean, hurry.
We're hurrying. Everybody zip through there. Boom, 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 boom. passed.
Oh,
Up.
it won't let me on the other side.
Oh, whoops. Okay. You're stuck.
It slams
All
down.
right, there we go.
Okay.
We're
I'll
on the
wait
other
for the-
side. Everybody else get past. Hurry quick. It won't stay long.
I'll wait for the rest of the party to go through.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
It's here. I got stuck.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you. I was moving them both at the same time, and then all of a sudden, like, Ashe was over here, and Sarah's not.
Aja, as you push your way through, you just manage to get by as the whatever's holding up the sheet of metal clicks off, and it's
Slams down. Can I can I double check to make sure that it like is able to be picked up still? Like we can move it on this side too?
Yeah.
Do I need to roll a strength or anything?
Yes, roll athletics.
4.
You are unsure if it's locked or if it's just too heavy.
I'm so weak. Oh. All right. Well, it closed as I came through, slammed down. So I can't tell if it's locked or if I'm just not strong enough to lift it back up, but just so you know.
Okay, so you enter this very narrow hallway. It's only 10 feet tall and 5 feet wide. And the walls of this narrow tunnel slope inward as they approach the 10-foot high ceiling. There are shadows that seem to be a little more potent in the eastern half of the hall. Cut into the floor at the west end is a 3-foot wide, 4-foot long rectangular hole with light spilling out of it.
With what spilling out?
Light.
It's a hole.
Yes.
Okay, I look down into the hole.
You see that 15 feet down, roughly, there is a floor, but you can't really see anything beyond that.
Okay.
Do we have
Well,
some rope?
I do have rope. Do I see anything to tie the rope off to?
The walls
That
of
we
this
could
area is
hold
smooth.
the rope.
But yes, you can hold. Somebody can hold it.
I'm sorry. What? You were.
She was suggesting that somebody hold onto the rope while you descend.
Absolutely, I'll help hold on. to the rope.
Did you find any? Is there? Is there nothing that the rope can tie to?
People?
Did you say no?
He said the walls were smooth.
Hello?
We're
Okay.
here.
The walls are smooth leading up to this
Okay.
hole.
Okay. There's nothing protrude. Okay. How far back would we have to go to find something to tie it onto?
there is the hole to the south down here that you could crawl through and go into the wind tunnel.
I don't have a rope anywhere near that long. Okay, so this is a problem. So yes, if you hold the rope, someone can go down. But how does the last person go down? And how do we get back up?
Fly.
But do we all need to go down?
I don't think we all need to go down.
I think just one person needs to go at first and see what the deal is.
Yeah.
Okay. Here. Hold my rope.
Hold my rope. Kind of like hold my beer.
Everybody hold on to this rope.
And I'll go down.
Oh, we missed the little thing that went to the other side. Huh? Maybe we're taking the backside. We missed the. We didn't find the little, the little tunnel that goes
What tunnel?
right over here. Right here.
Oh, yeah, we've seen that before. We know where
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah, we do. We just haven't been there. We saw it.
But there's no reason to go there, is there?
No, we
There
wanted
was-
to see where the stairway went over here.
Stairs.
We were going to try to jump over.
Didn't we do that when we were down there before?
We were just talking about this a couple minutes ago, and Alex said, no, you never did go up those stairs and investigate.
You activated
we
the
did.
wind tunnel, which opened the hands of the demon statue, which contained two, or one each, of crystal eyes, and you decided to fly back to this statue.
Yep, we didn't. Yeah.
But that's fine. You are exploring now. So Loki, who is holding the other end of the rope?
I think
I have
we're
no
all,
idea.
We're
All of
all
us.
doing it.
We're all helping.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
several
entire-
of us are.
Party is holding on to it to try and hold his weight.
Okay.
How long
Am
is
I-
the rope?
50 feet, isn't it right? 100 feet?
Bring up my.
Am I crazy or is this a thing right
I don't
here?
think it's all that long at all. Silk
If it's
rope.
45
shit,
feet,
it doesn't
then-
say. I'd have to look it up.
They're usually 100
What's the
feet.
standard silk rope? I thought it was 50, but
It's 50 feet of.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Okay.
then all of us can hold the rope.
Oh, yeah.
So no checks are needed. Everyone's holding onto the rope. You can all have a good grip on it. Even if one person kind of slacks, other people can take up.
I don't weigh that much.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No check is needed. So you slowly descend into the room down here that you saw, and as your feet land on the base of this floor, Sheila and Loki hear a click come from the northern part up here, and Loki, below you, the room begins to move. It begins to rotate in a vertical fashion. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm trying to rotating vertically. Does that mean like a tumble dryer?
Yes,
Okay, just as opposed to a merry-go-round.
correct.
Okay, now I got that right. What am I? I'm rolling. What again?
A dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And as you do this, you do see around you, really quick before the door, the room begins to rotate, that the room you are in is shaped like a cylinder lying on its side, with its south end tapering towards a small stone door. There are carvings of demons that decorate the stonework with flickering flames in their eyes. Someone else can give you their inspiration if you'd like.
I have an inspiration from
Well,
way back in
oh,
June.
That's okay. I'm going to let me see. Does my I thought Indomitable did about the same thing.
Oh yeah, you can reroll if you fail once.
Reroll a saving throw. Yeah. Okay. I will use my Indomitable then,
Cool.
and I'll reroll that saving throw. Okay.
Okay, so the room begins to spin. The door to the south remains stationary, but as you start to move, you lose your footing slightly. You take 9 bludgeoning damage as you tumble down. The rope, since it was between the base of this room and where you're all holding, begins to tug as the hole shuts and is no longer available, as if the room is pulling the rope along. If you want, you can make strength saves to try to keep the rope with you.
For us to keep the rope with us, or would we
Yes.
still have a hold of it? Or that means we've got it and we've just let Loki go.
You can either let go and not make a strength save, or hold on to it and make a strength save to try and keep on holding onto the rope.
I think my instinct would be to hang on. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I will try to make a strength save. Might not be the smartest thing to do, but I think that would be what my instinct would be to do. I didn't do that.
Cahoon and Ponderance will do the same as the rest. So if you want to hold on, they can do so. This is for everyone. Everyone who's holding onto the rope. Not just Sheila.
Okay, we have to make a strength save. Well then.
The hell?
Hissera also gets a +4 because of being by Cahoon.
Okay.
And Aja and Ponderance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ponderance has a 12. Aja has a 22. Cahoon has a 29. And the others have 6s. And Hissera has an 8. Okay, so you're all holding on as best you can. The rope snags and pulls forward. Sheila and Ashe, you fall forward 1 space. And Sheila, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw to not be pulled into the hole.
Right.
Okay, so you manage to catch yourself on the wall before you fall into the hole. You let go of the rope. Everyone who rolled below 10 lets go of the rope. But Cahoon and Aja are doing pretty well to keep the rope from going into the hole.
Hold the line!
Loki, I want you to make or just roll a d20. Roll a straight d20. 17.
You fall 17 feet.
I'm just trying to make it to that door.
As you are tumbling a bit, you see spikes shoot out from the walls of this
Oh.
cylinder. You make another dexterity saving throw or get stabbed by the spikes. That is unfortunate.
Can he push the roll?
Can we pick the rope back up?
What the hell does that? What?
If you want, you can push it to re-roll, but if you fail again, it's even worse consequences.
What is even worse consequences?
More damage, probably.
It could potentially be that you, in an attempt to dodge out of the way, I mean, you could lose your grip on the rope if you fail, or, I mean, hitting a wall or something. Getting yourself tangled up in the rope would probably not be great. I don't know. The DM would come up with something worse than just
I was
getting
gonna
hit.
say, quit giving Alex ideas.
Well, when you say worse, I don't know. What does worse mean?
Well,
Instantly banished to a dimension that you can never return from, or just hurt? There are degrees of worse.
yes, there are degrees of worse. This isn't gonna kill you because this is just a small trap in a large dungeon, but you will have other consequences. You don't have to. You can just take the minor consequences.
I take the consequences. Although
Okay.
I have been unable to get my hit points to adjust. I don't know why.
You
Okay,
mean for
so-
after the sleep?
You once again lose your footing, slip, and begin to roll sideways and hit these spikes. You take 6 piercing damage. And I'll say you're able to get up and quickly assess what you would like to do in this situation after taking the 6 piercing.
Okay, now I'm trying to make it to the door.
Okay, you make it to the door.
Okay. And do I need to roll a examination of...
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a way to open the door.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation. Very nice. Okay, so you are looking all around trying to find out how to open this door. And it seems like there is a locking mechanism, but you are unable to find out how to get past it. Your best bet might be just brute force.
All right.
Whether attacking it or you can make an athletics check.
Yeah, okay, I got nothing, so it's gonna have to be an athletics check.
Oh gosh, nothing stops you. All right, so using the spikes to your advantage, you place one of your feet against the edge of it, not on top of it, and before the room has a chance to tumble you once more, you manage to push with all your might up, and the door slides up and open. And when that happens, the room finishes its revelation, and the hole to where Sheila is clears up, and you can now move into the hole as well.
All right.
Loki, the spikes have disappeared after you exit.
Okay.
In this room, a 15-foot wide, 15-foot deep pit dominates the chamber. At the bottom of the pit, an 8-foot tall clay figure stands motionless beside a stone treasure chest. A silver key hangs from a cord around the figure's neck. 2 9-foot tall statues stand atop plinths on either side of the pit. Third plinth against the south wall stands empty. One of the statues depicts a hooded figure with the left hand held high, index finger pointing up. The other portrays an armored knight with gauntlet, right hand extended, palm facing inward towards the knight.
Boy, that's something I wish I could see. Huh.
I'm trying to.
Are you trying to
I'm
move
really
down?
bad at
Can we?
absorbing.
Yeah. Can we get into that room yet?
Verbal.
Oh, okay, great. Oh my. Oh, there's a big ass monster.
Well, he's not big, but he's down in that pit. So, and
Oh.
he's motionless. So don't worry.
I'm not worried. Anybody else coming in?
Is there anyone else who'd like to descend?
Well, we need some people up here with the rope, right?
Unless you got feather fall or something, because it's a 15-foot drop.
Well,
Yeah.
but is there a way out of there other than this pit?
We could fly.
Let me
guess we
look
can
around the
just-
room. I see a big floating skull.
That's just a note for the.
Oh, I don't see a big floating skull. I see these 2 statues, and I don't know, is it a boulder or a rock at the west side of the room, or sorry, south side of the room?
That is a plinth that looked like a
Plinth.
statue would stand there.
Oh, so that there might have been 3 statues at one time, but one of them is no longer on its plinth. Is that plinth? Are the other 2 statues on similar looking plinths?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's another way out of this room to the east, or to the west.
All right.
But
Yeah, you can get out if you jump down or fly down.
you've got a strong person up there, right? That could help everybody down, and then there's only one person that would have to come down.
Yeah.
And as long as that person has some way to ease themselves down, 15 foot isn't that bad either. I mean, if you hang on the edge, you're really only dropping 9 feet or so.
Yeah, it's just right.
If you want, you can make a acrobatics roll to mitigate any damage taken.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Cahun will volunteer to hold on to the rope while people descend.
I guess Hiss here, and I will go down the rope.
Okay. Ponderance will follow. Aja is AFK.
Oh, that's a big dude.
I mean, just a thought here. Anybody that has Mage Hand want to try to use Mage Hand to grab that key from around that
Oh,
Golem's neck?
right.
Seer can do it.
I don't have my hand.
You ask.
I mean, I
Sarah
don't
to
know that
do
it'll
it?
work. It may be a terrible
Yeah.
idea. I'm just.
Okay, yeah, so she conjures a spectral hand, and it floats over to the golem, grabbing the key, lifting it up with the cord over the head, and bringing it up. So Ysera now has a silver key.
Cool. All right. Did the golem do anything?
It did not move.
Huh. I really thought that would activate it. All right. Well, what do you want? We got the key, but the chest is still down there with the golem.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, now this will probably activate him. The other thing didn't.
I don't suppose that the spectral hand can lift the chest.
Could definitely try to unlock the chest, but then
Oh, why not do that? Yeah, have your mage hand try the key in the chest.
Okay, she will have the key go down and put it in the lock. Twist. You all hear a click, very faint click. And then the hand will. Well, I guess she waits for people to say to open the chest. She doesn't want to jump to conclusions.
yeah. When everybody's down here and we're all ready, just in case
Oh.
something happens.
Open the chest. I think we
Okay.
are all down here, right?
Are we all down there? Okay.
Yeah, so she has the mage hand lift open the lid of the chest, and inside, you see just a couple items. There is a big red cushion, presenting something. There are two look to be small glass eyeballs resting on the red cushion.
More eyeballs.
One is green and one is pink.
Green and pink.
The mage hand can pick up the eyeballs, right?
Oh. They're not that big if they're not heavy. Should be able.
Yeah, so you can have the mage hand pick up the eyes as well.
Okay.
Now Ysera has two of the eyes.
Okay.
You're up to 7 now.
I got this weird idea that we need 9 because that was the same. That's that number.
Yep. That's right. We need 9.
You know, it may not be anything to that, but it might be that we only a couple eyeballs short. I don't think there's any need to mess with the golem here.
I wouldn't mess with it if I didn't have to. I'll tell you that. Fun.
I'm gonna examine one of the statues more closely.
Okay.
So roll an investigation on the statue.
You don't need to. You
Okay.
look at the statue. The one on the left is the one in the robe. It looks to be just a pale figure. Its arm is outstretched, and an index finger is extended. Aja, you recognize the statue on this side. It looks very similar to the creatures that you encountered when you were glimpsing into a different plane.
The masked creatures?
Yes.
Oh. I want to take a good look at it. Is it wearing a mask or no mask?
It is not wearing a mask. In fact, you can't even see its face. It's not shrouded in darkness, it's that there is no face that has been carved into the statue.
Whoa, crazy. I will say to the group, I've seen this creature before. This is what the inhabitants of this dungeon are.
Oh.
Like, this is what they look like,
Oh.
but without mask. Normally they have a mask over their face. Those weird.
So
masks.
they don't got no face at all.
Seems like it. Can I tell what kind of a creature? Would I happen to know what kind of a creature this is, or race, or just something I've just never seen in my entire existence?
Well, recalling the creatures that you saw before, the ones that actually were not just the statue, but the real ones, you noticed that they were decrepit, like humanoid creatures, not like undead, but very ancient.
Something potentially before the age of man?
Possibly. Something that should have died of old age, but has not. Just kept aging.
I'm going to take a look down this passage to the west.
Okay.
And hey, this goes about 30 feet and then turns to the north. Nobody says anything, so I keep.
Okay.
Oh, hey, there's another door here.
Loki, as you continue down this path, the shadows around you kind of get more bold and start wisping closer to you. It seems like they're coming from this door. And this door is it's a large door. It's like 10 feet around, with a mirrored surface, a highly polished surface. There are 10 circular indentations, each about an inch across, in the center of the polished surface. The surface looks like a mirror. You can see yourself kind of in it. It doesn't look like it's a silver surface, like it's a mirror, but is you do see reflections of yourself as you get closer. And as you approach, you start to see figures and glowing eyes coming from the polished surface as if to watch you. They fade in and out of existence, but none regard you completely.
The 10 circular indentations, but how are they arranged? Are they arranged in a circle?
Yes.
Or are they're arranged in a circle? Huh. I gotta feel like this is kind of one of those entry pads, guys. You gotta know the code.
Yeah. Did anybody investigate this room up here around this? Investigate everything real well in this room. Did you do that, Aja?
Well,
Did you
no,
investigate the room above the pit where the eyeballs were found?
no. There was eyeballs.
Yes, we found 2 more eyeballs in the pit where this
Where the
golem
golem
is.
was.
Oh, down there. Is there like a chest down there?
There was a
Yeah,
chest. We used Mage Hand to get the key from around its neck. We used Mage Hand to just fly down there and open the chest and get the eyeballs out for us. We haven't even
Very
gone
cool.
down there or, engaged at all. That worked out well.
I can
So
check this
far-
rock.
Yeah, we should kind of investigate around here, I think, before we leave.
Yeah, you can roll
Oh.
investigations in that room.
We'll do
Aja,
that.
that is a stone plinth, very similar to the ones that the statues are standing on.
Oh, like there's supposed to be another statue.
Yes.
Oh, a statue is missing.
I am investigating.
So, Sheila, you're looking around this room, making sure every nook and cranny is uncovered.
Uh-huh.
And you manage to go up to here behind the statue, the armored statue, and press on the wall, and you manage to find another door, and you press on it, and it
Aha.
opens up.
All right, there's the door. That takes us to this side of the room. We flew over here before, so that's where this goes. Okay. I wondered about that.
Can I feel to see if there's a statue still on this?
No, you push your hand into this open space, and it's just air. You are able to step on the plinth if you want to.
Okay. Well,
She didn't take the bait.
almost. I will throw a gray. I'll throw a wet bag of SeaWorld on there. That's what I'll do.
Roll dexterity.
Let's see, a D8. We got 4, which is reef shark. I'll throw it onto the
Fuck
plinth.
shark. Loki, that 14 is for the door, right?
What? What
Ye-
14?
You rolled a 5 for the room, and then another 14 investigation.
What was I can't. What was it? Investigate.
You're trying to remember what you did it for.
I have no idea. I don't remember what that investigation was.
Okay. You can roll investigation now if you want.
You were looking in your own belly button.
Well, I mean, I remember investigating the door in front of me and its indentations.
Think then that's why he said
that
was
the
that
roll
was the door.
That must have been it. Yeah. I mean, because I know I did that.
Okay, so, the shadows in the mirror, you look behind you, they don't match shadows that are misting around you. And
Right.
you look at the circular indentation of the mirror itself, and you notice that they're about marble size.
The indentations are about marble sized,
Yes.
and they're circular, and they're arranged in a circle. Yeah. Yeah. Now I don't remember if I rolled
Marble size,
investigation or-
like an eyeball? I'm sorry, I'm not there. I can't.
We've got 7 eyeballs and there's 10 indentations. So I was kind of thinking that it probably pertains to
We're missing
digits
some.
0 through 9.
I mean, we are missing. There's still areas that we haven't explored. Maybe there's some more eyeballs in the 2nd floor.
Probably.
This is the last place we're on the 2nd floor, aren't we?
We're on the last floor? Technically, last floor?
This is the 3rd floor.
3rd floor. How many floors have we discovered?
You've been to 4 floors.
4 floors.
Is the 4th floor the one with the pit and the things around it that we were putting coins in?
Yes,
I think so, yeah.
That's the 4th floor. Okay.
the 4th sub-basement. I don't know how that works. 4th floor down.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's the parking lot.
Do you mention the findings that you found?
Yes.
Okay. Hissera will hand you the 2 eyeballs that she just got. The pale one and the pale green and the pink.
Oh yeah, I'll hand you the ones I got. I got a white eyeball, a right eyeball, a white eyeball, a red eyeball, and
So
I got an orange crystal eyeball.
just hold on. What do you? That
Putting them holes.
just wait.
All right.
Let me try one eyeball first to see if it's even the right size.
All right.
I'm gonna try to put one of the 2 eyeballs that I was handed first into one of the indentations. Does it seem to fit?
Do you press into it or do you just size it up? Like, is
Well,
it
just
the right
sizing
size?
it up.
Okay.
Just sizing it up. Does it look like it would fit?
It looks like it would fit, yeah.
Huh. Okay. And let me see. What colors do?
Should we all get down there before you do that? Just in case.
Isn't everybody already down here?
Are we?
Cahoon is
I
waiting
wasn't.
instruction because he helped
Oh, yeah.
everyone else get
You
down.
better call for Cahoon. Get on down here. We think we got something.
I'll send a message to Cthulhu.
Jump on down.
See, the weird thing, we
only
went
50.
down this 15-foot thing, and yet we're still on the 3rd floor. So
So the 3rd floor's kind of tall.
I don't know.
Does anything happen to my shark?
It suffers.
Oh,
Such a good park
Poor
ranger.
shark.
poor shark.
You're a lousy park ranger. You
Oh,
are no Steve Irwin.
no, definitely not. I told you. I didn't claim I was. No one can replace Steve Irwin or even attempt to be like Steve Irwin. I will mercy kill my shark. And it seemed like nothing happened when it was on the pedestal. So I'll tell Sheila, why don't you stand on this pedestal here?
Why don't you stand on that pedestal there?
Well, because in case something happens, I need to be able to attack it.
Well, I'll tell you what, in case something happens, I'll attack it.
I
Well,
don't
my
think you do
rapier.
as much damage as I can do.
I don't have as many hit points as you do, so I don't
Okay,
have
are
as
you
much-
just gonna sit here
Let's
and
get down there.
compare?
I want to go look at them there. We got a place to put our eyeballs in. I want to go do that.
Sheila, with that investigation, I forgot to mention that the plinths that the statues are on
Yeah.
have mechanisms where you can rotate them.
We could rotate these here things. Look at that. And I try to rotate one.
Oh, you know that one has an outstretched finger, like he's pointing.
What? He's pointing? Well, probably pointing right at what you're doing. Let's go see. See if we can make it point at some. Point at the plinth that's empty.
I don't like how this one looks. Looks like he's grabbing something waist down,
Ooh.
like off of his waist.
I can't tell. I don't know what they look like.
Gotta zoom in.
Yeah, I'm trying
that?
to. I still can't tell what they look like.
The rotating the robed one, the one on the
That's
left.
the rogue one.
It doesn't seem to do anything.
All right, I'll try. Is that the one that had the pointy finger?
Yes, and this
And
one
it-
has the palm pointing towards itself.
All pointing towards itself, like holding up a mirror or something.
And
think
when
it
you
was-
release the statue, if no
Uh-huh.
one is holding it, it returns to its natural state of pointing
see.
towards the center. Do you
Hmm.
point the other one? The armored one?
Yeah, I'll try it. Where would I point it? Towards the center or towards the?
It's already pointing towards the center.
Oh, okay. It's pointing at the center, also pointing at the other guy, right?
Yes.
Facing the
Yeah.
other one. All right.
Yeah.
So they're not facing each other. Were they facing each other when we started?
Yes.
Well, funny thing is we gotta. Okay, I'll take the other one and I'll have it face to the west.
This one is already facing west.
Oh, that's the one. Okay. No, okay. Well, I'll have it face east.
Okay. You turn it around to face the open door, and
Mm-hmm.
when you do so, you hear a faint popping noise as
Uh-huh.
the dead body of the shark is teleported into the bottom of the pit
Aha!
at the foot of the clay golem.
What is the
Oh.
point of that?
Well, I guess that's how you get in there, maybe?
Can you not just jump in?
Well, I don't know, but we used a mage hand, so we just bypassed that whole thing.
Oh,
Alrighty. I don't know. What do you think? You think this is just a way to get into that pit?
Does this
No
one-
more point to it?
does this empty one rotate as well?
No.
But when we pointed to that one, it took whoever was standing there and threw him into the bottom of the pit.
So this one you had pointed which way? To the
Cahoon will,
east?
Cahoon will go over and rotate this one, and when he does so, it pops the dead shark back on the plinth.
Aha.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we've already bypassed this puzzle.
I think so.
So,
Alright.
mystery solved.
Possible. All right. So let's go see what Loki's got going on.
Okay, if these indentations seem to be the right size eyeballs, I'm going to take what the hell were the colors of the eyeballs I had? A pale green and a pink. I'm going to press the pale green into the uppermost indentation.
Okay. You press it in, and once you release your finger away from the eyeball, it stays in place, and you see a thin sheet of something close upon it, like a clear eyelid.
Okay. I try to remove the eyeball.
You are unable to get past the eyelid.
Yeah. Okay. I let everyone else know what the hell just happened.
Something tells me that we need to fill this thing with the rest of the eyeball. I mean, it seems to be the place where they're supposed to be. What if we take some of the other eyeballs and put them in there? Because we've got 7.
Because I don't want to lose all of them. This one's already now inaccessible to us.
But we haven't found any other use for these things yet. What's everybody else think?
I think we wait until we find more eyeballs to fill
All
each
right.
hole.
Arja, are you looking at this door as well?
Oh yeah, if I can fit in there.
Yeah, you can fit in. We're not in combat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at that door.
Okay. Roll history.
Tell me about this door. Oh. Hey, Ponderance, can I have you, like, go check out those statues over there? Please.
Okay.
Thanks.
If you really don't want to
Thanks,
be
but
around me.
It's not personal.
Cahoon follows. That's the only source of light, so he needs to be around that.
Okay, thanks. Okay, what a history you say?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Why am I doing better with the disadvantage?
Do you have inspiration you can use if you want?
I do not. I would love to use inspiration, or if there's a way I can push the roll.
You want me to look at it? Try? What are you
Or if
trying to
you're-
determine there?
I don't know.
I'll just try it. Let me see if I can.
Somebody else can give you inspiration, or you can push the roll if you really want.
I don't know how important it is.
Is
There's
she the only one
engravings.
that might? Oh, maybe I wouldn't have the history of it. All right, you can have my I've got an inspiration.
Okay, sure. I'll take your inspiration.
from my list.
Roll again.
Gone.
Your inspiration was cursed.
Oh, sorry about that.
What
Wait a
does
minute.
the door
Wait a
look
minute.
like?
I will give you a bardic inspiration. How's that?
Sure. If we can add that to the roll,
one.
it's a
Oh,
to a 1.
oh, that's all that is. Okay,
That's what I
Yeah.
rolled.
not
It's a
the
The
same.
one, so it's
Not
yeah.
worth wasting. No, I
No.
thought it was an actual inspiration. That's okay.
I guess tell me what the door looks like. Let's start there.
The door is floor to ceiling, 10 feet up. It's a large, highly polished stone. As you get closer, you can see your reflection more clearly in it. Though it itself is not like a silver polish. It's just very highly polished itself. It looks to be made out of like onyx or obsidian, some dark stone. But as you're looking at it, you see shadowy figures kind of flinting in and out of existence upon the mirrored surface.
Would
and
I
you-
think this is similar to the warbling mass?
With that one, you have no idea.
Okay. Damn it.
Dang. Sorry.
I will say that whoever's got that dust cleaver weapon, this seems to be the room where you're going to need it.
Oh, you think so?
Well, all the shadows are going around, are leaking out of.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. All right. Yeah, one of the guys. I think.
I don't have it though, so.
No, it's Cthulhu has that. I think. Right?
No, Ponderance has the
Ponderance has it.
dusk cleaver. Man, fucking ones. Is there anything else I could potentially roll outside of the history, or if I can? So pushing the roll. If I push the roll and I potentially roll, well, it can't get any worse than a 1. How permanent is a pushed roll? Are we talking like, oh, you lose one of your eyes, or
It depends on the context. This one might be different than another situation.
okay? I guess I will get closer and I will place my hand on the door to feel the cool stone and see if that refreshes my mind with pushing a roll.
Okay.
And this is another history. 17.
Okay. I was like,
That's
oh
better.
shit, this is not gonna be good if it fails.
For some reason, my body just teleports, and I was like, I'm back in the ethereal plane. I was like, shit! Oh god!
So you do feel as if, as you press your hand against the cold, it seems unnaturally cold. Not because heat is being sucked from it, but because there's an absence of, I would say like goodness. And you very quickly pull your hand away as you feel this, and you recall the shadows on the mirrored surface look very familiar. They look very much like the creatures you saw in the other plane that were surrounding the light shield.
So it is similar to the warbling mass. So do I think that this door is like a portal? Or it's just a reflection of that different dimension?
It's as if you're looking into another dimension, another plane of existence.
Okay. I've been here. What is seen on this door?
Mhm.
It's the same place I went to when I went through the warbling mass on this floor? Previous floor? I don't remember. Where I had to go get Cthulhu's shield.
Oh.
And I had gone through the warbling mass.
Huh?
That blob, inkish black blob.
Yeah.
And this is essentially where I went. Was where
I
all those creatures are. So it's like another plane of existence. Another dimension. It's the Shadowfell, right? That's what I felt like it was.
Yeah, it felt like a place void of light.
Hmm.
And was Loki like opening the door, or it hasn't opened yet?
No, we were
It's
trying to.
open. I can't open it.
There are 10 indentations in the center of this mirrored surface, each inch apart, forming a circle in the center.
My guess is by unlocking this door, we potentially will go to that plane of existence where those creatures are. I mean, that's
Oh.
my theory. I don't know. That's my current theory. So maybe best not to add any more eyeballs until we find them all and are prepared for that potential outcome.
All right. That sounds like a deal.
I'm just verifying again that there are 10 indentations, and they're arranged the same way an old rotary dial phone would be.
Correct.
Oh.
Okay.
Not that we know what that is, but yes, I see.
The pale green one is placed in the uppermost circle. It
Yep.
looks as if the mirrored surface has closed around it like an eyelid.
So maybe it's in the right place?
Oh, right. Maybe they have a special order they gotta be.
That's
Do you think you
Potentially.
would have got it right on the first try, just accidentally?
That's highly unlikely.
Or maybe you just have to put all of them in there, I guess.
Yeah. How would we know, right?
Well, it's without some system in which to order the different colored eyeballs. I mean, if we were doing it just by guessing, there's no way we would put them in the right order.
Right.
And since some of these, I was thinking, okay, have the order the colors appear in the rainbow, so by frequency.
I see. Yeah.
I don't think it goes by frequency either, because
Yeah.
some of these colors are weird colors. You could try to order them by frequency, but I don't know whether any other way to order colors.
Althea would know. Too bad
Well,
she's not here.
What?
Basic color wheel.
How to order how to order colors.
I mean, you could go it by color wheel or RGB, like not the RGB, but the color of light. So the Roy G. Biv method. Have we determined any kind of color association with these gods?
Well, we should have noted where we found
Well,
each.
no, but there's 10 holes, right?
Yeah.
there's 10
And we got
holes.
several from each. Like, I think there was at least 2 at each place we found them.
Yeah. It might have been 2. This last one we found 2.
I think we've tended to find them in pairs. Anyway, we're still missing a few.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to leave the pale green one here behind. Because I don't think we can remove it.
Have you tried?
No. Do you want to try?
Sure.
I don't know how I would try except taking a sharp weapon and trying to carve the eyelid off of it. And I don't think that's going to
I
work.
mean, I feel
I
like
tried
we
to
can
remove it.
just leave it here. We have to come back anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I tried to remove it with my fingers.
Seems
and it's
fairly
clear
obvious
that was not
that
going to
it's
work.
supposed to go here.
Okay. Leave it there then. Where do we want to head to next? It seems like we've kind of come at a crossroads. I mean, not a crossroads, but a dead end. Here on this floor. Do a quick scroll of the map.
Does anyone have a proficiency with nature?
Yes. Yes.
You should.
I should, as a ranger. Indeed, I do.
Anyone else?
No proficiency.
Oh, that made it tiny. No.
No. Survival. That's as close as I come.
Okay, so anyone with a proficiency of nature looking at this door, you're kind of determining what is happening, what's going on, what you're planning on doing. And Aja, you do notice one of the shadows forms very briefly a creature made out of vines before it quickly disappears.
Like the one on the first floor?
It looks very similar to that.
There's a creature made out of vines in there. Like the
And-
one that we fought in that one room with the rust.
Okay.
The pole.
Right. And
I don't know why that's
what?
important.
I don't either. I have no idea what significance that would have.
Maybe
Okay,
it's not
then.
the Shadowfell. Maybe it's just
Oh.
creatures in this dungeon that we have yet to
I
meet.
see. I see. Okay.
I don't know if that's what I was just thinking. Can I try and roll a nature to see what kind of, if that is an accurate thought line?
What are you trying to determine?
If I've seen that creature, if I think that is the one in the rust, like the same creature is the one in the rust room.
Yeah, she can roll nature.
Sweet. 24.
Restroom.
Okay.
I'm good at nature.
They got a bathroom in here?
That's what I thought too.
A restroom. No, it's the restroom.
found the
You know, the restroom.
Yes, so you determine briefly, as long as it was in this mirrored surface, the shadow that formed into this vine-like creature looked very similar to the one in the rustic room with the statue. And you remember finding one of those creatures in the labyrinthian room as well.
Oh, yeah. And it fought... No. Did it fight one of the minotaurs? Or did we fought it? We killed it.
Yes, you defeated both.
Okay. Well. Great. Maybe let's, I don't know. Go back
Alright.
there.
Okay. Well, I think we could come back here once we do get all of the eyeballs. Right?
Right.
Right. All right. Now we know where to come back to. Somebody write that down.
Fourth
Remember where
floor.
we parked.
We're on the third floor.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Where to now?
Loki, lead on. You're pretty good at finding stuff.
Well, you were saying there was a room with zombies and a locked door that we never got into.
Yeah.
Oh, we can
That's
try.
the only
Sure,
thing
go there.
that that, and then that pit down below that we were bringing up the floor up to us by dropping coins in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the only two places I know that we haven't cleared. Does
Okay.
anyone have any other places? Can you think of any place else we didn't clear?
And we've done all 3 floors? Or all 4 floors or whatever?
No, we have, except for those two places we have, as
Okay.
far as I know.
Okay. Alrighty.
Hey, Alex.
What's
Was
up?
there actually something here, like, where we came into this room? I'm pinging it there.
It's one of those things like the skull here, indication for something to be there, but not necessarily there.
Okay. I was curious if that was just like, I don't know, just part of the map design, or if it was actually something like a doorway. Then, yeah, let's go back up the second floor.
All right.
That's where the zombies
How are you going to the second floor?
The rope is no longer up. So somebody is going to have to fly back up so we can all climb up the rope.
All
You
right.
also, you also have the
Or-
passageway down here.
There's the other
Oh,
passageway.
let's try the passageway.
And is that just an athletics to get to there?
Yeah.
I see.
Cahoon will run ahead. Don't worry, I can take care of it. I
Oh,
know
we're
I've
going-
been pretty
this way.
quiet pretty recently, but this is what I sound like.
Wow, you even got your accent back. That's amazing.
Yeah, he didn't have that.
Let's
for
see
a
if I can
while.
keep it next time. Okay,
All right, and it's an athletics check to get over.
yeah.
Fall.
Cahoon will attempt it. Oh yeah, he definitely does. He jumps up here. He has a rope, so that the rest of you can
Oh, good.
follow, and he'll hold on to it. You can make an athletics with advantage.
Okay. I will. Thank goodness.
All right,
I
you
needed
make
that
it.
advantage. And this, then we know to go back this way.
I think I made that.
Hell yeah, you did.
Oh, is that? Oh, we need to. Do we need to open the? We need to probably open this thing again.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on, man.
Cahoon
I can't
will-
do that by myself.
once everyone's across, Cahoon will use an athletics to try and do that, and it works. So you
Okay.
can go.
Big now get.
Great. I need Ponderance. Makes it.
I'll be the last one to go, so I'll wait for Ashe and Sarah to go.
Okay. Just need an athletics from each of them with advantage.
To go. Oh, we're
Oh.
jumping across, all of us?
Yeah. Cthulhu went over and held a rope so that we could have advantage to just jump over there instead of trying to like climb really high up.
Oh, I see. Okay. 1 second. What am I rolling again? Sorry. With
Athletics.
advantage? Athletics.
Athletics.
That's for Ashe. And Hasir.
Both make it.
Oops, I forgot to roll advantage, but that's okay.
Right.
Is there any light?
There is this light here.
Can I snuff it out before I jump?
Yeah. You managed to snuff it out.
It bursts back into flames.
Damn it!
I hate those candles.
Ooh. Yeah,
And I
so
almost didn't make it.
that would have been real bad.
That would have been so bad.
All right, so we'll say that you all go through that area, lift up that grate or the iron slab, and you all head towards up one floor. Correct?
Mhm.
Let's say
Yep.
that.
Yes. All right. So quickly, we'll move to here. And you make your way around. You see. I don't know who can see it. Somebody can see this.
I see it.
Okay.
What is a cat? What is that?
You see a creature curled up at the base of the circular room. It looks very similar to one of the creatures in the shadow, the warbling shadow.
Is it a displacer beast?
It doesn't look like a displacer beast.
Oh.
What circular room are we at? We're around a big square room.
No, it's over here.
Okay, can you ding it?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see it. Am I
It's
in
in
the
the
wrong spot?
darkness.
Oh, because I can't. I don't even see your ding.
Yeah, oh, dang.
Oh, I better make my. I'm zoomed
Go
in
east.
too far.
This way.
Okay, I see.
Go east.
Okay, I see that ding.
It's like right here.
I was zoomed in too far. Oh. Well, that
If you
does look
do
like a
approach
displacer.
it, you're gonna have to deal with it.
So roll initiative. Well, is
Does
it
Aja-
blocking where we need to go?
Does
Aja
Aja-
tells the group,
Okay.
like, there's something over there where, to the east. Don't go over there. There's a creature.
Is it blocking where we need to go?
No,
No?
no. The
Can we
room
try
we need to
talk
get to
it
is
or
right
anything?
here.
Okay. Maybe we don't have to deal with that thing.
Looks
then.
familiar to one of the creatures that I saw in the darkness.
You did.
If you're gonna try and get past it, you can roll stealth.
I wasn't going to try to get past it. I was just trying to figure out where the room was.
Well, no, I mean if you're going south past this corridor, knowing it's
Oh,
there, you're gonna have to roll stealth.
Okay. And we're
It's
going.
so
we're-
cute.
I don't know where
Oh.
we're going.
I don't either.
Does anyone know where we're going?
Althea, can you just lead us where we need to go?
Okay.
There you are.
Roll stealth.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess I need to roll
Get
stealth because
past.
I definitely. Oh.
Do I stealth?
You do.
Okay.
I'm stealthing away.
Whoops, what's that plus 10? That's not supposed to be.
Knowledge from the past.
Everyone else needs to make stealth checks. Ashe and Isera. Oh, jeez. That's Cahoon.
Isn't he kind of loud and clanky?
Yes.
That's me.
You're probably loud and clanky too.
That's
Yes.
Ash.
Well, both Sheila and Loki
Hey.
have mithril armor, so you don't have disadvantage on stealth.
Okay.
I'm still
Sarah is
clanky.
not stealthy though.
Somebody said they were gonna do something?
I could cast. I guess Aja would potentially cast Pass Without Trace if we are truly trying to avoid combat with that creature. So if everyone here says, yeah, let's just avoid combat, then I would have cast Pass Without Trace. Is everyone cool with that, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so it bumps everyone's stealth checks plus 10.
Okay.
Mark yourselves stealthy.
So stealthy.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Okay,
That's it.
so you all managed to get past that area and toward the south here.
Okay, here's the door. It is locked, but there is no keyhole. Maybe mage hand?
Maybe I have a spell called knock.
So
Oh.
Stuff.
you when you approach this door, you see the 3 portholes on it. They're empty, but as soon as somebody gets close to the door, the 3 zombies get close up to it and start like gnashing at the thick
Hmm.
glass. And you can roll investigation if you'd like.
I will roll investigation. I'm Snoopy. That was.
Anyone else?
I'm investigating.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but I do it anyway.
Jeez. Sarah to the saving the day.
Oh,
That is for Ponderance, not +5. Let me turn that off. And then Kahoot. Okay. Alright, so looking at this area, you find that it doesn't have any keyhole, it doesn't have any knobs to open. It seems like whatever mechanism opens this door is not on this side of the wall. Hasera will, as she's looking at the door, will point out that there is an indentation on this wall that is very similar to the secret doors that you found in the past.
Oh, what did we have to do in the past? Did we... Well, the eyeballs don't open nothing. So far, we haven't found anything that them eyeballs...
Indentations we've seen in the past.
Would you like to
I'll
look at...
roll history to see if I can remember the ones in the past.
Well, Sheila just opened a secret door in a wall, and the two of you remember that if you press on the wall and shift upwards, it clicks in and opens.
Ah, yeah, let's try that. Remember that thing that worked before? Let's try that.
Okay, pressing on that indentation part.
And lifting up.
On pressing on the wall itself, it goes in slightly, and you push up, and then it clicks and opens.
Got it. Okay, I'll put both my hands on it and push against it. It pushes in
Yeah.
a little,
You manage to open it.
and I'll shove it up. And now we're staring at 3 zombies. Probably.
This is not. This is a door to the left, to the west.
Oh, what?
This is not. This is a secret door.
We found a secret door. Oh.
Does everyone else see that? Or is that just because the door's open?
Yeah, everyone sees this room.
Okay. That's what
Loki
we
opened
opened.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
opened
there's
that
like a
door.
little well
Oh.
thing in there? What is
They
that?
had no idea how we moved down there. Okay. It's a pool of water.
Hmm.
A well.
Behind the door, a water fills a carved stone font.
Hmm.
Well.
I'm gonna dip my hand in the water. Is it just
Okay.
water wet?
You dip your hand into the water, and the surface quickly shimmers and changes to show an image. And Loki, I want you to make a wisdom check. Not a saving throw, a wisdom check.
Okay. Not a okay, those are saves. Is that wisdom check?
Yeah. Wisdom +2. one moment. As I get this information out, is there anything else anyone like to do?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Wait. Then for
Sure.
a little bit for me to get this set up.
Oh,
All I did is put my hand in the water.
well. Now we're gonna get some information.
Starting to understand why my mom always kept saying, "Don't touch everything."
Yeah, bet you did too.
All right. I sent you some information, Loki, and I would like you to make a con saving throw. Okay. So as you disturb the surface of the water itself turns very dark as an image starts to form on its surface, and you feel something rack your brain, and you manage to fend off whatever it was, but you take 14 psychic damage.
Wow. And I do not feel good, guys.
Oh, do you need healing?
Wouldn't hurt.
All right. I kind of got a spell. Let me look. You just had a long rest, though, right? You did get all your health back when you had your long rest.
I did, but
Okay.
I've lost 30 points since then.
Oh, alrighty. I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll
I
cast.
think I'm the only one who's taken damage since that rest.
Oh, you are. Yeah. I think I have heal person.
That's what you get for going first.
Right. Oh, I thought I had a heal person. Maybe I don't. Touch the dead doesn't. Told the dead doesn't.
Do you want healing?
Oh, here it is. Cure wounds. I've got cure wounds.
Okay.
But don't go in the water.
Okay.
It is definitely not fine.
Okay. I'm going to cast it at level 2.
Good to know.
There we go. There's a little bit.
Okay, I get 12.
Mm-hmm. You should.
You get
Nice.
17. You get 17.
I
Oh,
get
17.
17.
'Cause
Nice.
you cast it at a higher
Alright.
level.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
So we got a thing in there that if you touch the water, well, what happened, Loki, when you put your hand in the water? What did it do?
Oh, it did not feel good. It's like it attacked my mind.
Hmm.
It-
Okay.
I'm still shaking it off.
All right.
Wow, that was I do not want to do that again. Do not go in the water. Do not touch the water. Do not
Okie
drink the
dokie.
water for sure.
All right.
Other than that, I don't know. I don't see anything else here. I'm going to do an investigation of the walls of the room.
Okay,
Um,
go ahead. Oh,
wow.
yeah, it's pretty clear to you, even though you have a slight headache, that there is a secret door here. Very similar to the one that led to this room.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I'm gonna come over here. So there's like an indentation area or something on the wall I can press, and it seems to go in.
Yep, you press the wall itself, and it
I press against the wall itself. It moves in a little bit, and then I try to shift it up. And
it
wow,
moves up and opens up.
I found a way through, guys, but yeah, I don't know about that pool of water back there.
All right.
I mean, maybe we could spend some time on it and learn something about something, but I don't know. It might just be a play
trap.
around with it and get killed thing.
Yeah.
That's not where I thought I'd find the secret door.
Oh. All right. So we can get through and maybe get into the zombie room, maybe, or get into the room behind it. Oh,
I
this
don't
way.
know.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
I'll follow along.
See, I thought I'd find that secret door down in the in that room with the font. I thought
Yeah.
I'd find it in the southeast wall,
Hmm.
because it just seems different there. It's not doesn't look as thick, or what, but it may just be a map thing. Okay.
All right, so in this room, you see that there are 3 archways that overlook a circular chamber where a spiral staircase descends into darkness. The staircase walls are lined with unlit torches in iron sconces and set with niches containing moldering human skulls and bones.
Hmm.
That's what's down in the stairs, or is this in this circular room I'm in?
It's in the stairs going down.
Yeah.
What's to the north?
To the north and west, there are locked doors. Well, I guess you don't know they're locked, but if you try them, they're locked.
Okay.
All right. Should we check the zombie room first, see if we can get in there, and then check this out, or should we just go straight to this and skip the zombie?
I mean,
Well, we
maybe
couldn't
it's
get
like
in
the
the
other floor where there's a secret entrance to it.
I see. All right. Okay.
Okay, so what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try this door to the north, because that's the door I first saw.
It is locked.
And it is locked. Okay. And it looks like, I mean, is there a keyhole? This seems like a normal, like, locked door, right?
Yes.
Okay. There is a keyhole.
Somebody want to try to pick that lock or see if they can open it?
Yeah, I don't have any lockpick tools, so I can't do that.
I think Aja does. Aja, you got a way to open a locked door to try?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Which door? This one?
The one at the north there from the
North.
North
of
there?
the stairwell.
Yeah.
I will take a look, see if this is a pickable lock.
Yeah, it looks like you can pick it.
Then I will try and pick it. Thieves' tools. 20.
Yeah, you pretty easily manage to pick the lock. It clicks as it unlocks and is able to be opened.
It's unlocked. Should I open it? Or does
May-
somebody else want to
May as
open
well.
You may as well. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, we're right here.
it? I will open. Oh no!
Monster?
I will quietly
Whoa.
step away
Roll.
from the door.
Roll stealth.
Yeah, okay.
You have that plus 10 still.
Oh, Ponderance is here. Okay, well, it's just normal. So that's cool. It's a 27. That's a 37.
Yeah. We'll say you used that stealth to open the door as well. So you managed to very quietly.
So tricky, so
uh,
sneaky.
You have the wherewithal to know that you are trying to be quiet.
And then I will quietly close the door.
Okay,
and
sure.
Step away.
You
And
close
be
the door.
like, it is
What?
full. It's full of those painter creatures that were painting on the bottom floor. It's full of them.
Oh,
It's
oh,
like
okay.
some kind of
I'm gonna
cafeteria.
correct you.
Oh,
So when you open the door, you saw a room. Very quickly, as you saw, there are old wooden benches and shelves along the walls. You couldn't really see what was on them before you closed the door. There were lit braziers that were hanging around the ceiling, and scattered throughout the room itself were several of those masked creatures, the ones that you
Oh.
saw in the shadow area.
oh, they're not like those strange painter guys.
No.
No, the painter guys were passing.
Okay, I re-narrate everything. You know what that room looked like? That room looked like
No.
when you were in Skyrim and you go into one of the Draugr sanctums, and it's like this this hall that where they're clearly it's like a feasting kind of hall, but like it's just full of undead, like that. And then there's like a chair that's like a throne, like that's where a fancy person would sit, or a jarl. That's what it looks like.
All right then.
I've never been to this Skyrim place.
I haven't been there either, but I'll trust you on that.
We just need some pusrodas.
What do you need?
Pusrodas. That's all we need.
The throw does.
Sounds like a snack.
Pusroda.
Yeah.
Covered in chocolate and peanuts.
All right.
When you have
Whatever
one, you
that
want to
is.
shout at how good it is.
Yeah. When you, yeah, exactly. You take a bite and it just makes you go, foos!
Okay. Where to next?
So we're gonna skip that part. Okay, we skip.
Well, no, I'm reluctant to do anything there because I don't want to start a big battle.
Yeah, right now.
Already
Just
4
late in the day.
o'clock.
Yeah, it's been 4
got-
hours.
Otherwise,
Loki's got somewhere to be,
Yeah, he does.
Battle at this point.
He's-
well, because I'm afraid if I go in that room, it's going to be here for another hour and a half. So
Yeah, you're right. We will.
I wouldn't do that
Okay.
to you.
I think it would be more of a next time.
Yeah.
And we'll
next
end it
time
here.
On tits.
well, we know what's at the door to the north, okay, and we haven't alerted them yet. So, do you want to find out what's at the door to the west?
Sure.
It's all. Let me check. See if it's locked. Yep, it's locked too.
Is this door pickable?
It's very similar to the last one you opened.
Okie dokie. I will pick it.
Another 20.
Unfortunately, attempting to open this door breaks the lockpick that you're trying to get.
No, my lockpick.
Do you know how many you are at this point?
Let me see.
Garbage.
I don't think we specified how many uses because I just
Okay.
have 1 and 1.
So you can be at 8 because I know that you failed once before, at least once.
Okay,
You're at 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I'll use another one.
These tools will give you 10 lockpicks.
Okay, I will use another 12.
Yeah, you managed to just click it and barely do it before your thing
I'll
snaps.
say it snaps, so I'm at 7. Okay. And I will quietly open this door.
Okay, roll another stealth. Ooh.
42?
That might do it.
Great. Amazing. Oh,
Okay.
It's a manager.
You see, being much more quiet. You open the door and peer inside. You see that there are candles that dimly illuminate this cluttered office. There are furnishings which include a wooden writing desk and a tall-backed chair. Anatomical drawings sketched in charcoal hang on the walls around the room. Seated in the chair opposite the desk looks to be a amorphous blob of a creature. And you recognize very similarly this kind of mass. Looks a lot like the warbling mass that you saw in the upside down room, the circular. It doesn't seem to notice you. It continues to attempt to write on the scrolls on the desk in front of it.
Oh
And
my
that's
God,
where we'll end it.
It's a
Ooh.
bureaucrat.
Ooh, in the wild. Bureaucrat.
I don't like how the art looks.
Does
The
anybody
most-
have red tape? They can't resist it.
The most cold-hearted individuals. Void of any emotion.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are cold-blooded. And all those other descriptions that Riddle had.
That's great. It gives us a good place to start next time.
The manager.
Yeah, you made a lot of progress.
He does. He looks like a manager.
I want to speak to your manager. Somebody be a clearer.